A lot of people are getting ready for their favorite time of year, which is Halloween for a lot of people. But one Montreal boy is probably more excited than anyone because this year his costume is truly out of this world. Rob Lurie has that.
Émile Laliberté has always loved Halloween. There he is as Super Mario and Harry Potter. But what's in the works for this year is next level.
It's incredible.
Before we get to that, let me give you some background. You see, Émile uses a wheelchair, so some costumes are not a great fit. 5 years ago, a small group known as Duct Tapers Anonymous got the idea to build a special costume for a child with reduced mobility. Bob Murphy is the chief duct taper.
So we grouped a whole bunch of people, designers, 3D artists, and we started working on this.
And that's when they met Émile.
And we built a costume according to his specifications. And he wanted to be a dragon, which he named Chad.
The dragon was custom made to fit around Émile's wheelchair. So on Halloween, the only way he stands out is that he's got the coolest costume in the city.
He gets giddy, he gets geekly and happy.
From that, Rolloween was born. This year, they once again asked Émile what his dream costume would be.
I wanted to have something that can relate to my passions.
Émile has become passionate about space travel, so this year's costume choice is none other than the Mars rover. The team has been working for weeks to nail every last detail.
Next year, he'll pass it on to another child as we build another costume. Every year, we'll probably build one more, maybe 2 costumes per year. So eventually, we'll have an entire flotilla.
So what motivates Bob and his team? It all comes back to that smile they saw on Émile's face when he first became Chad the Dragon.
And I go back to that video, and I see his face again, just laughing so much. So that, yes, it's all worth it.
Bob hopes what they've done with Rolloween will inspire others.
And make something nice for someone. Fix something, build something, help a neighbor.
Émile plans to do just that. He's been so touched by Bob and his team, he now wants to become an engineer. So one day he'll be able to make something cool for someone else. But first, the Red Planet awaits. Rob Lurie, CTV News.
Welcome back. Another Worthless Mutts. Gore the Dog Butcher back again to shine the light on this worthless dog culture. That's something I want to do more often is show some, unrelated, positive stories that are going on in the world. Just to show, people that, again, you don't need dogs to be a good person. You don't need dogs to help people. And that a lot of people are helped when dogs aren't even included, just like this story. No dogs were included. It wasn't about dogs. They didn't see a single dog. And all it was people helping people. People assisting people. People letting someone else's, fantasies come true. And, again, I'm working on myself. I hate to say that. I hate to say that phrase, work on yourself, but maybe I'm in the process of, upgrading myself, improving myself. Because, again, I've always hated people. I've never been a people person. I've always disliked people since grade 3. I just, me and people, I can work side by side with them, but overall, there's a limit. There's this fine line limit, where, okay, too much people, you're around me for too long, you're doing stupid things, and I hate people. But at the same time, I'm trying, I'm trying to improve myself. And I think just because I hate people and I hate people, but at the same time, I want to be a good person. I want a good, peaceful world, a peaceful city. And, when people are such, the way they are, it's so hard for me to keep on a nice face, to to be pleasant with around people when they themselves are pretty much digging their own hole with no regard, where they themselves are just horrible people, toxic people. This is not even I'm not even including dogs in this topic right now. Some people just are purely just bad, and I hate it. And it's like I want to be a better person, but I always see this stuff over and over again. It just and just because of the way people are. I admit that, I've become, I've taken pleasure in being a prick. I've taken in pleasure in being a little asshole sometimes, being a little rude, being a little blunt, because that's all I see what people do. But it's like, I don't want to be a prick, but, and I want to be this good person. I want to be this pleasant person. But to me, it doesn't make sense if I'm doing all the good stuff and everyone else is being toxic. But at the same time, it's not right. I think it's I have to change that mindset. And one character, in the fictional world that I think, stands for that is Superman or Clark Kent. Here's a guy, who doesn't have to save the world. Here's a guy who doesn't have to save these awful people, but yet he still does. And that's something, even though they're fictional characters, you can still look up to them. And I think you can still look up to them, still be influenced by them, and still, follow their path. And I'm not saying that I'm going to become this Superman and lift buildings up. No, but I'm saying just the way Clark Kent, Superman is. We're willing to do good deeds no matter who or what, bothers them or sabotages them. And that's, something, I have to work on. I have to change my mindset. I've had this asshole mindset for a very long time only because of the way people are. And, I'm hoping to improve that. And I'm trying to find like my new self, man. I've been through so many phases of myself. Now I'm in that stage, where it's like, I don't know what to do anymore. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore. Years ago, I knew what I wanted. I knew where I needed to be. And, I got there. I achieved this. But after a while now, it's like, what do I do now? But anyways, Go the Dog Butcher back with another video. I'm calling this one Pitbull Awareness Month, the Aftermath. Again, these Pitbull nutters had a whole month. They had a whole month to teach and to help people have this understanding, to help people have an understanding regarding these pitbulls. And I'm pretty sure at least maybe 75-85% of pitbull nuts, and even including dog nutters, they didn't even know it was Pitbull Awareness Month. Because if you're not looking for it on the internet, it's not out there in the public. There are no billboards about it. There are no flyers, no bus stop ads, nothing out there letting people know it is Pitbull Awareness Month. Nothing. And that's why I said mission failed. These Pitbull nutters failed. You have a whole month to educate people about these things, and you didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. And if you did, it failed. If you did, it failed. Because throughout the month of October, I know earlier I said, I did the video just, in the afternoon of October, and it was only 114. And that grew up to 123 attacks in the month of October. So 9 more attacks just in one afternoon. 123. Where 6 adults have died, for children, including a lot of other worthless mutts. It's man, it's a failure. You failed. You failed as pit nutters. You fail, and it just goes to show that these pit nutters, they're not teachers. They're not teachers. They don't know how to teach. They don't know how to educate, because and I get it. They don't know how to. Because what more can they say about these things when they know themselves know that they're dangerous, that they do kill people, they do attack other dogs. So what more can they even say? What? Nothing. Because they're only gonna, talk themselves into incriminating themselves and into proving, indirectly, proving that these things are dangerous and they shouldn't be owned and they should be eliminated. They're gonna do that to themselves. That's why they can't teach, they can't talk, they can't speak up for these things, because it's going to backfire. Because in the month of October 2023, 123 attacks by the Pitbull. And this is, it's not just one for each time. Sometimes included more than one Pitbull attacking. I think one or a few had at least 5 or 6 attacks by multiple Pitbulls. So it's crazy. It's crazy how even when there's a pack of pit bulls, one of the pit bulls in the pack doesn't say, "Hey, stop, don't do it." Instead of saying, "Stop, don't do it," they join in on it and attack, and sometimes, kill. Whether or not they kill or not, they're attacking to kill. They're attacking to harm, to cause harm. And in Ontario, where I am, apparently, again, I've said this before, there is a Pitbull ban in Ontario, and the Pitbull Terriers, the Staffiers, whatever, American Staffier, American Pitbull are all named in the act as Pitbulls and are currently banned in Ontario. So this afternoon, as I'm driving to my destination, I still see a Pitbull out in public on the streets. It was leashed, mind you, even though those leashes are useless and worthless. Even though there's a ban in Ontario regarding these pit bulls, I still, in 2023, I still see pit bulls out and about. So again, just banning them, saying something is banned, is really worthless if it's not reinforced. If there's no punishment or consequence. If, the so-and-so isn't coming to end these things right then and there. So this ban in Ontario is really worthless. And even says, since the time the ban has been countered by many, but no progress has been made. But it doesn't matter at this point, because I'm still seeing them in the neighborhood, in our cities. I still see them. I'm still seeing them. People are still getting attacked in Ontario by pit bulls. So a ban is worthless if it's not being reinforced. And maybe that's why where I am, They don't push Pitbull Awareness Month because pitbulls apparently they're banned, and if they push Pitbull Awareness Month in Ontario, it kind of be like contradictory because aren't they supposed to be banned? If these things are supposed to be banned, why would you push Pitbull Awareness Month if these things are banned? But even though that they're banned, they are still out there. I see them. I saw one with my two eyes, and it was walking. I saw it like maybe 20 feet away. I could see from far away. 20 feet away, and I noticed that one person, one random stranger was walking by it. And that dog, after the man passed by the pit bull, that pit bull was looking behind it, was looking at the guy from behind. Obviously nothing, extent happened, but what the pit bull wanted. The pit bull wanted, a snack right there. So again, it doesn't make sense to ban these things. No, it doesn't make sense to have a ban, but I'm still seeing them. Makes no sense. Very confusing. In the, Pitbull Awareness aftermath, already, a woman injured in XL bully attack in Wexford. A woman was taken to hospital following a dog attack on Tuesday morning. The woman aged in her 30s was attacked by an XL bully around 11 a.m. at a private residence. She was taken to the hospital.
My pick's locked on PointsBet. You betting?
What is
I'm going
that?
with Toronto tonight.
Okay. I'll tell you what, if you're right.
My bad. So there you go. Another attack. And they even recall an earlier incident involving a young boy in Rexford, same city or town, who was left with serious facial injuries last year. He was attacked by a similar dog. Prompt calls for tougher laws. And again, you can make your tough laws all you want in bans. But if we or I still see these dogs around and there's no punishment, no consequence, we're skating uphill. We're paddling uphill. And it's really pointless. I say it's pointless I say it's pointless. Not as in a way to say, hey, what's the point of banning them? Let's not ban them. I say it's pointless because it's not being reinforced. After people, children, adults are being attacked by these things, left to right, and you say you have this ban, but they're still being attacked. It just doesn't make sense. It's very, very counterproductive. Again, in the aftermath of, Pitbull Awareness Month, I know it was on the same, the same day, the last day of October, but nevertheless, it was Halloween. And as I said, watch for dogs on Halloween. And here we go. Child suffers life-threatening injuries after dog attack in North Spokane. Child in hospital and life-threatening injuries after being attacked by a dog Tuesday night. They say the child was transported to hospital, and again they're investigating. And usually when they have this little short blurb, that's it. That's where the story ends. You're most likely not going to get an update. In this article, it says how to prevent safety scares on Halloween. And it's the usual, it's pretty much the usual things that we all know by now. Watch for cars, watch for strangers, check your treat bag when you get home. watch for allergies. But one thing they did not include is watching out for dogs. Not once did they include dogs. Or maybe they did. Nope, not once did they include dogs in this article. Again, this dog culture, the governments are pretty much worthless at this point. Where they can ignore dogs. Like, why are you ignoring dogs? Dogs cause a lot more harm, are a lot more, dangerous, a lot more, hard to avoid when they're around. Cars, you can avoid cars. Stand on the sidewalk, walk properly. You have traffic lights, stop signs, stopping guards, all these things that could help prevent you from getting attacked. Police, tickets and all that. But with dogs, once a dog is around in the area, there really is nothing, not even a leash, is going to prevent, or a responsible dog nut or a pit nutter is going to prevent that dog from attacking you. When and if the dog wants to attack you, it's going to attack you. The thing has no brakes. Whatsoever. There's no one driving the pit bull. No one that's controlling it to stop. It doesn't come with a key, no brakes, no safety brakes, no nothing, no engine, no nothing. So when this thing wants to attack, it's going to attack. That's why I say dogs are way more dangerous than cars. They are. You're likely to survive, walking on a highway for, let's say, 4 miles on a busy highway on the side, you're likely to survive and be safe. Compared to, having a pit bull in your neighbor's yard and you're in your own yard. It's way more dangerous. Way more dangerous. So they got to start teaching and reinforcing this dog safety. And when I mean dog safety, I don't mean, ask to pet a dog. I mean to stay away from dogs. Listen for jingles. If you hear jingles, oftentimes that might be a dog's collar. That means a dog is going to be nearby. Stay away from dogs. Carry a weapon. I think when you're like 12 or 13, I think you are capable of carrying some type of weapon. I'm not saying a gun, I'm not saying a knife. You can carry a baseball bat, something, a stick, something. Even if it's a knife, maybe a knife, something to help protect you in case you're attacked by a dog. You'd be like, oh no, shouldn't carry weapons. Shouldn't carry knives. I think I'd rather them carry a knife for protection to save themselves from a dog attack. A lot of you dog nutters would rather your child get attacked by a dog than have your own child defend itself by stabbing a dog. So if he has that knife and a dog is attacking him, he can stab the dog. That is something better than doing nothing. Because if anything, that dog wants to kill your child. Something's better than nothing. Mace. Something. It's too dangerous out there. Too many pit bulls, especially in cities and provinces where there is a pit bull ban and you still see these pit bulls. That is a problem. Big, big, big problem. Listen to this. One dead in unprovoked Monk's corner dog attack, deputies
Everyone,
say.
and thanks for joining us. I'm Michael Higdon. We are working to get answers after a man was mauled and killed by dogs when walking through a Monk's Corner neighborhood this afternoon. Our Emily Johnson was at the scene and tells us where officials are with this investigation.
One man was attacked and killed by two pit bull dogs here at the Pleasant Oaks Mobile Park in Moncks Corner around 4:40 this afternoon. According to the Berkeley County Sheriff's Office, they responded around 4:40 p.m. to the area of Ayers Drive off of Old Whitesville Road. Deputies say the incident was unprovoked by the man passing by.
See, it's the same thing goes but with children. I see a lot of children, teenagers just walking on the street. They're just walking. They're not bothering anyone. All they're doing is walking to their destination, just walking. And just like this individual, they're just walking and they're attacked. This is why I'm all for children, teenagers carrying some type of weapon with them just in case. Because the governments aren't helping, animal control isn't helping, police aren't helping, these dog nuts are helping, their parents aren't even helping. So it's basically, get yourself killed by these dogs. That's what these dog nuts and this whole media is trying to tell people.
He was just a passerby in a common area between two mobile homes here. And as he passed by, those dogs escaped off the front porch of their residence, and that's where the attack occurred.
They received
See, just like that. Just like that. No other animal does this. You pass by them and they're gonna kill you. There's a cat across the street from me. And I'm kind of fascinated by it. I don't go near it. I stay on my side. It stays on its side. Even though I'm on my side of the street, that thing will still run away. Even though I'm on my side, minding my own business, that thing will stare me down and then run away. And here we have this guy walking, minding his own business on public property. And here we have, I'm guessing, two dogs, I believe, attacking him, killing him. And it goes back to teenagers. You could just be walking, planning to go home to play walking home to go play some PS5. And next thing you know, you're attacked and killed by a dog. This could happen to anyone.
a 911 call from someone driving past the neighborhood where they saw the dogs attacking the man. The caller said that they saw the dogs attacking the man in between of two mobile homes.
Unfortunately, here in Berkeley County, we don't get these calls too regularly. A few years ago, we had one similar to this.
Again, they're saying that they don't get these calls too regularly. So what they're doing is they're trying to downplay it. They're trying to, let people know that this is rare from dogs. To let people know that dogs are still okay. Because since it's rare in their city, in their county, it's okay. That's what they're doing. They're just trying to downplay it. But if this was anything else, there would be, there would be so much information out there. Hey, keep your children safe. Do this, do this, do this, do this now. Stay off the street, do this. But after a dog attack, it doesn't happen often, but it's okay. That's what they want to say.
This as well, but it's definitely a tragic incident.
Deputies say the two dogs were able to be contained and are in custody in Berkeley County. He says that they're no longer a danger to the community. The sheriff's office says that they're still investigating and any
see
charges
that, though. You notice that. The dogs are in custody, okay, and they're no longer a danger. So you know what that means? It means when dogs are off or away from our communities, we will feel much more safer. But when they're in our communities, it's dangerous. So again, why even though there's a ban in Ontario, that we're still seeing these dangerous dogs? Again, when these things are away, we feel a lot safer. But when they're around, everyone is at risk. Even these dog nut owners and these pit bull
against the dogs' owners are unknown at this time. In Moncks Corner, Emily Johnson, Live 5 News.
Yeah.
A small league.
Yeah. This occurred October the 24th. I want to see if that is on the list. October 24th. Baby 3-year-old London. It might be this one. Let's see. Horror as girl attacked by Pitbull in park as father had to prize dog off. So again, you're in the park. Pitbull attacks your daughter. Out of the blue, like out of the blue. So I'm guessing this is totally different. Kane Caruso. So police say stress caused by fireworks may have provoked the family dog to attack a baby boy. So this doesn't make any sense. Something else, stresses you out. So you go and attack something that has absolutely nothing to do with what's stressing you out. Just like the story with the two couples, with the couple, watching a baseball game, getting excited, and the dog attacked them. It doesn't make sense. It's like with fireworks again. There are fireworks happening outside, and the dog will run outside because it's stressed out. Again, these dogs are brain dead. Brain dead. They're dumb. They don't make sense. Too dangerous. The 10-month-old needed surgery. 10 months old and you need surgery. Man, this 10-month-old should be laughing and playing and just being a baby. It shouldn't have any more hospital visits for the next 2 years of its life, maybe. In only 10 months, after probably coming from the hospital, it's back in the hospital in need of surgery after being mauled by the family dog? By the family dog. All because of fireworks. That's what they say. They said the family had reported that the dog had recently become stressed by fireworks being set off in the local area. They added, while we cannot say this caused the dog's aggression, again, these dog nuts always lie. So sometimes you just have to go with what you see. But, just realize that, hey, these dog nuts are liars. It cannot be overlooked that the stress to the dog may have provoked this response in the same way pain and discomfort can. And they say if you know your dog does not accept people knocking on the door, put a sign ahead of Halloween to stop people knocking, he said. So you can't even knock on a door. So knocking on a door is going to stress out this thing so bad that it's going to attack someone. Can't even knock on a door. You're going to get attacked. Man, I remember I used to live in a building, an apartment complex in Toronto. And, in school, they give you those chocolates, that scam where they give you chocolates to sell and you make all that money for pretty much nothing. But anyways, used to go door to door in the apartment complex. And, you knock on doors, and the moment, I heard a dog bark, I was out of there. I was gone. I ran. I remember one time knocking on a door that had a dog, heard the barking, I was gone. And the I guess the owner that opened the door and kind of chased us down the hallway for a little bit, but we got away. Again, yeah, the dog hater in me would never do such a thing now. With the things I know now, I would never be so ignorant, so reckless to knock on people's door to sell chocolate for nothing, to risk my life for nothing, to potentially getting attacked by a dog. Man, how can man's best friend be stressed out by knocking and fireworks? It doesn't make sense. Bear with me. Man in mobility scooter mauled. Waiting for the page to load. Just in October the 31st, again, the aftermath of Pitbull Awareness Month. Man in a mobility scooter mauled by XL bully as he walked his own dog in horror attack. School children were seen filming the dog attack, according to police who attended the scene. The dog's owners raced off with the dog, which has not been traced. So again, the typical dog nut, the typical pit nut, your dog attacks and they just flee. And a lot of people, the media, wants to portray these pit nutters, these dog nuts, as good people, as great people, outstanding citizens. And when you hate dogs, they look at you as awful. But when these dog nuts when these dog nuts allow their dog to attack someone or attack a dog, and if they have that chance to do it, they are going to flee and leave the scene. They're not even going to come back. They're not even, more times than not, they're not even going to report it. They're not even going to turn themselves in. They're not even going to turn the dog in. They're not even going to end the dog. They're out. They're gone. They're going to hide their dog. Just like that. And the media, the dog nut media, want to portray dog people as great citizens, as these honest, great citizens, when they're nothing but disrespectful, vile pieces of crap. Man, attack a man on a mobility scooter. And again, these dogs, they don't care if you're 1 day old, if you're a senior, or if you're in a scooter on a cane. They don't care. They are going to maul you in hopes that they kill you. That's it. That's the end game. That's their end game. You don't even see this with cats. Not like no real animal does this. And it's rare. Even if animals do this, it is very, very rare. Very rare. But these people want to say dogs are man's best friend, while they're attacking people who have to ride in these mobility scooters. They're attacking children, babies. It doesn't make sense. Why are these, again, ask the question, why are these things, worshipped and are called man's best friend when they attack children and they attack people, no matter the age, no matter the disability? No matter if they're crying and bleeding out, pouring out blood. It just doesn't make sense. And again, going back to the Ontario ban, these things are supposed to be banned. These dogs are supposed to be banned. But yet I'm still seeing them. I see them with my own two eyes. I would not lie. Because I don't come on here every day with stories. I don't. It's not every day I see things. Some days I do see things, but I just, leave it alone. But some things, just catch my attention. Like, knowing that there's a ban of pit bulls in Ontario. And being in Ontario, in like the GTA of Ontario. This isn't I'm not in the up north on a reservation or a little town. This is like the GTA of Ontario. This is like the heart of Canada, basically. Everything happens around here. But yet I still see these pit bulls, these dogs, out and about in public, near schools. Mind you, they're near schools. There's like 3 schools in the area, 2 high schools, 1 elementary school in the area. So there's a pit bull in the area where there's an elementary school and a high school. And if these things can attack and maul a man in a mobility scooter, maul an infant, a baby, kill people for just walking, what is stopping them from mauling children on the playground yard, mauling a teenager, or a grade 12 athlete? I seen like there's this one 15-year-old that is like huge. He's huge. This one 15-year-old is just huge. And he would not stand a chance getting mauled by a pit bull. The aftermath of Pitbull Awareness Month. Off to a bad start, off to a horrible ending. And just like hope you can see the title completely. Just like the title says, never-ending cycle of dog nuttery. You can replace that with pit nuttery. Just like that. It was only at 114 just in the afternoon, and now it's at 123 attacks. You look at the fatality, 57. It killed 57 things. 57. That includes people and other animals and also other worthless mutts. These are pit bull nutters. They're technically still dog nuts. And they're allowing their dog to kill other dogs. So I ask you this question. Ask the questions. Are pit bull nutters true dog lovers? Are pit bull nuts, pit bull owners, pit bull lovers, bully breed nutters, bully tards, are they true, real, authentic, legit dog lovers? I mean, if they allow these things to kill other dogs, I would not think that they're true dog lovers. They're like I don't know. I don't know. These pit bull nutters are such a disgrace that I don't even know what to call them. Like what more can I call these things? Because they are like the bottom. They're just so bad. They're so bad that there's not a name or word I can another word or name that I can call them, because that's how bad they are. In their own month, this is what they have accumulated. Well, I'm gonna end it there. Again, like I always say, agree, disagree. I let you be the judge. You be the judge of me, and whether it helps you or not, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really, I'm not gonna bend over for people if they agree or disagree. But do what you want. Do what feels good. Do what's right. Gotta respect the truth. Speaking of truth, my motto is shining the light on this dog culture. And all of us, I guess you could say all of us who's driven before, maybe not driven, it could be anything. You're driving and the sun is screening right into your eyes. It is just, you can't see well. It's hurting your eyes. It's distracting. It's painful. Are you waking up in the morning and you turn on the light in the washroom and it hurts? It's painful. Whatever it may be. It's just like the truth. The light is like the truth. When these dog nuts, pit bull nuts, hear the truth, it hurts them. It hurts them dearly. It hurts them deeply. It does hurt them. It has to hurt them. It hurts them so much that they have to run and avoid and deny the truth. Just like when the sun is in our eyes, we got to pull down that mirror thing to block the sun, put on our glasses to block the sun, look away from the sun, find another location away from the sun, find some shade, find some cover, get inside to protect ourselves from the sun, because the sun is either too hot or too bright and it's hurting our eyes. Just like the truth hurts these pit nuts and these dog nutters. But anyways, this is another Worthless Mutts. I am Gore the Dog Butcher. And remember, it's okay to hate dogs. Thank you for joining me.